Oh, welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you for being here. Wow, wow, wow. By the time we end this day, and every day that you're here, I have the expectation that not only will I thank you every day, you will be thanking yourself every day for being here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, wait, so I pretend like I don't wear glasses, but I'm getting some messages that say that, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that lovely love note right there. Hi, Renee, so happy to see you today. Hi, Annette, beautiful that you're here. So, you right now, being here, showing up, you've made a self-honoring choice. And at Real Truth International, we call a self-honoring choice. Shanna's going to pull it up so you can read what it is, a self-honoring choice. And while you are going through this process, while you're here with us, self-honoring choices are at the top, at the very top of what you need to fully step in to relationship, to fully step into relationship with you and to fully step into relationships with others. So a self-honoring choice includes adding value. It contributes to building your long-term self-respect, regard, and esteem. Self-honoring choice. Now, the actual definition of a self-honoring choice are the choices that you make, that are sometimes challenging, but they are absolutely identifying who you are and who you're choosing to be. And what we've just shown you is what it includes. So it builds your self-esteem. It builds your regard. It makes you value you more. So you've just done that by being here. So again, congratulations. I like to go, woo-hoo! Thank you for being here. So what we are talking about today, of course, is relationships. And the most important relationship you can have is the relationship with you. So in many aspects of this communication, we will be talking about interpersonal relationships. However, the real relationship, the relationship that you have to anchor in before any other relationship can be solid, is the relationship that you have with yourself. So as I'm speaking to you, as we're engaging over these next 4 days, make sure that at the top of your mind is always you and the relationship that you're having with yourself. Okay? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So right now, what we're doing today, because we've got 4 days, and we're going to talk about the steps: excavation, examination, and releasing over the course of 4 days. The first step that we're going to talk about is part of the EER process, and that step is excavation, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Shanna's going to bring that up for you. Excavation is the first step in the EER process. Yes. And the reason it's the first step is because if it were not, the others would not make sense at all. And so first you have to excavate that which has been seated in you before you can do anything else. Shanna's going to bring up the second part of the audio video right now for you to see so that you fully understand what it is. It's not that video, Shannon, it's the other one. And it usually occurs unconsciously and unintentionally. We got to flip the videos around. And while we're flipping the videos around, it occurs to me that many of you I haven't met before. So let me formally introduce myself. while the excavation is on the screen, and you chat in your name and where you're from. I got so excited. We were having a little party right before you got here, meaning we were celebrating your entry. We were celebrating what we get to put into the world. We were celebrating that you, after the course of the 4 days, will have what you need to move forward, to fully step into your grandeur, and to really understand the foundation of what's necessary to have wholly fulfilling relationships. So I'll start. My name is RaShawn-Renee. I'm here in Los Angeles, California, and I am welcoming you to the first day, to the very first day of Don't Be a Fool in Your Relationship, which means foolish behaviors eradicated, choices that haven't been self-honoring diminished, and you stepping into the fullness of you having relationships with others that fulfill you, that energize you, that are nurturing and rewarding. And then the relationship that you have with yourself is so pristine that you are honored to be who you are. I like to say, you look in the mirror or you walk by a mirror and you smile just based upon who you are. You really love who you are by the choices you make. So let's see. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can say hi to many of you in chat. Let's see. Lovely. Lovely. Who else? Oh, Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, and Meg and Mark, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Nice to see all of you. And Stephen, thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off now and go back to what we're talking about. So, excavation. You saw it on the screen. And it's bringing to the surface that which has been seeded or deposited in you. Prior coming into the room today, your email had 2 sheets for you. And we're going to go over those sheets very shortly because it's so important that you do them. Because by doing them, you're going to really have an understanding of how you've been seeded, what's been deposited in you, how you've learned how to have the relationships that you are currently having. Because until you excavate, examine, and release, and we're starting with excavation, you are merely having a relationship that's a byproduct of your familial and societal conditioning. That's a lot to unpack, right? Most of us, actually, all of us, until we excavate, examine, and release, are just living relationships that we've been taught unconsciously. In 44 hours and 21 minutes of Woman's Truth and Power, I share a story. And that story, and I'm sharing this with you now because when you're doing your love sheets, it will help anchor you into answering the questions honestly. I was seeded by 3 men, a father, a grandfather, and a bonus father. And they treated me sometime wonderfully and sometime not so wonderfully. So as I grew up, I had relationships in my life that sometimes treated me wonderfully and sometimes not so wonderfully. And I thought that was okay because in the dynamic of my familial upbringing, that's what I experienced. Now, none of those men thought, oh, when RaShawn-Renee grows up, we want her to have relationships that are fragmented, or we want her to have relationships that are unfulfilling. It was unconscious on their part what they were depositing in me, what they were seeding into me. And that's how our relationships are developed. So I so encourage you. We've made these beautiful love sheets for you for a reason. And that reason is so that you can deeply excavate, examine, and release. Today is excavation. So that you can really build the foundation of how to have a superlative relationship. Not only your love relationship, but the relationships with all your friends, all your families. It is possible to have every relationship in your life be meaningful, be nurturing, and really contribute to your heart, where it's always win-win. It is possible. It's your possibility. So, are you ready? Are you ready to have that kind of relationship? If yes, put yes in the chat. I want to know. Put yes in there. Yes. Yes. Great. Yes. Very, very good. Oh, hi, Patty Patton. Yes. Beautiful. So, I want to show you a video because this is what time it is for you. And then when you come back, we're going to go over your love sheet. So Shanna's going to pull up the video for you so that you know absolutely that this is your time. This is your time to have dynamic relationship. This is your time to be nurtured and fulfilled. This is your time. Are you ready for the video? This is your time. This is your life. This is your time. Your time to step into your magnificence. Your time to love yourself completely. Your time to be wholly self-accepting. Your time to live as the prize that you are. Your time to know that you are great, grand, and glorious. Your time to know that you matter. Your time to feel the essence of who you are in every fiber of your being. This is your time to have a better relationship with you. This is your time to call into the partnership that you like to have. This is your time to up-level every relationship in your life and to remove the relationships that no longer serve you. This is your time to wholly embrace all of who you are. This is your time to walk by the mirror and smile simply because you've seen a glimmer of you. This is your time to know, to really know you're the prophet. This is your time to step into your magnificence. This is your time to have your ideal relationship. And so, consistency. We're going to be doing work here over the next 4 days. And I'm asking you to be consistent with the work. Because if you're asking for something you've never had before, you have to do what you've never done before, right? Yes? Please put yes in the chat. Yes? Yes? So do it. You absolutely matter. And the only way that things change is when you change. Yesterday and last week, I was having some work with Lisa Nichols, and she reminded me and everyone else she was talking to, and it's something she says so often. Consistency is the mother, brother, sister, cousin, friend, aunt, daughter for change. And what that means is, in order to change, there has to be consistent action. There has to be consistency of moving. So the reason that we provide the love sheets for you is so that you can be consistent in your action. So you're just not thinking about having an ideal relationship with your partner or with yourself. You're just not thinking about what it could be, that you're actually taking the actions to make it be the possibility of what it could be. So there will be no more making foolish choices. There will only be choices that are choice points that are self-honoring. Yes? Okay. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, make sure you download it today when you can, and then spend some time Really take some time with yourself if you can. 11 to 21 minutes. Between 11 and 21 minutes. And just be with you and your love sheets. You're going to learn yourself more. And then you're going to love yourself more. There's also an ebook called that. Will you put that in the chat, please, Nicole? We were doing a project for Soulful Leadership, Mark and Renee Portis, and they asked us to create something for their community, which we did. It's a lovely ebook called Learn You More, Love You More. Nicole, let's just put it in the chat. When you are learning yourself more, so get it, so you can learn yourself, love yourself more. And when you are doing your love sheets, you're actually learning yourself more. While you're learning yourself more, you're actually learning how not to judge yourself or others. So there are a multitude of reasons that we've created them for you. And all of those reasons are the reflection of the care that I have, that we have for you, and really wanting you to have your ideal relationships. Yes? Okay. So the first love sheet, I was going to call it a grandeur sheet because in the next program, A Step into the Grandeur of You, they are grandeur sheets. It says, who taught you how to have honoring relationships with yourself? Who taught you how to have honoring relationships with yourself? Was that your mom, your dad? Was it a coach? Was it an aunt, uncle? Or was it no one? Whatever answer you give is completely okay. There are no wrong answers. We are only doing the work so that we can actually see how we were seated. When I first answered this for myself, so everything I am asking you to do, I have done for myself. And the results have been astonishing. As we talk over the next 4 days, you'll learn about the journey from where I was to where I am now and why it's such an honor and a privilege and my heart's delight and my life purpose to be here to share what I've learned. Because I know what it's like on the other side. And now I know what it's like here. And I want everyone to be here. To be in a place that you are loving yourself so completely. And where your relationships reflect the loving that you have for yourself. I desire that for you. And you desire that for yourself as well. So going back to the love sheets. So when I first answered the questions for myself, I couldn't put anyone. I couldn't put anyone's name at first because the way that I understand honor as I was doing the sheets, I thought, who could I write there? And then I went deeper and I realized, oh, I can put my mom because of her work ethic and always wanting to take great care of me and my brother. Oh, I can put my grandfather for wanting to do everything he could for me. Oh, so I was able to fill it out. However, what I learned is that the way that they showed me honor was differently than I wanted to learn to honor myself. So I can take what they had given me, and it had given me so much insight to the life I was living. It's a beautiful thing when you do it. So please do it. And however it comes up, you don't judge yourself and you don't judge the people that seated you. And usually your seating happens between 1 and 7. So write it down. And some of your seating can be for the honoring. For me, one of them was oh, wow, my biological father, did he teach me how to honor myself? Or was it something different? I don't want to give you all the answers yet. I'll give them all to you tomorrow because I want you to have the freedom to answer your own questions. And then the next love sheet said, and I'm going to hurry because I promised 21 minutes. It says, who taught you how to have an intimate relationship with another? Who taught you that? Who taught you how to connect heart to heart with someone? Who taught you how to be open? Who taught you that? Was it something you learned in your home, 1 to 7? Was it absent from your home, so you had a different learning? Fill those out. Get to know yourself better. Learn yourself more. And then, tomorrow, we're going to build from excavation and go into examination. And it's all about your relationship. The relationship first with you, that's where we're starting through this excavation process, which then spreads to every relationship you have in your life. You will see the connection. It is there. Every relationship you are currently having, we will do the thread of how you got to be where you are and how you're having relationships in the way that you're having relationships. So this is your homework, your home love for this evening. Download and print your grandeur sheets. Download and print your grandeur sheets. Fill them out in totality. Give yourself between 11 and 21 minutes to do it. I'm going to do it again today with you because I want to be completely immersed in what you're doing. And then go into your Facebook collective and write one awareness that's come through as a result of you doing your grandeur sheets. Just one awareness. Okay? And when you're in the collective, comment on 2 posts. Just 2, because we are building new relationships right now. And when building a new relationship, everyone wants to be seen. You want to be seen. I want to be seen. Everyone wants to be seen. So comment on 2 posts. And tomorrow, bring 2 friends with you. Studies tell us that when 2 people are engaged with another, that means I bring 2 friends, you're 70% more likely to complete what you start and to engage more. So do that. You've got your steps. We're going to end the way that we started with Tina Turner. We're going to dance our way out together. Thank you for being here today. I only went just slightly over the 21 minutes. It's been a joy being with you. Remember, this is your time. Okay? And Shannon, you can play us out now. We're going to end with how we started.
Something on my mind.
Bye. See you tomorrow at 11:11. Your 2 friends. Go to the Facebook Collective. Thank you for being here. It's been a delight.
You're just a fool.
You don't hang yourself.
What you say? You got to face it. You let it explode. You take the good along with the bad. Sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're sad. One more time. You know you love him. You can't understand why he treats you like he do when he's such a good man. Unless he's got